Example 14. The sum of first three terms of a GP is 13 by 12. So, இப்போ இது GP இல்லாம APR இருந்தா, when you have sum of first three terms, so what will you do? You'll choose the terms to be A minus D, A plus D. So even when you're given the product, you can simply do A minus D times A plus D times A. It is just easier for calculation. So AP la நம்ம terms எப்படி choose பண்ணுவோம்? It will be A minus D, A plus D instead of choosing A plus D, A plus 2D. Correct? So now what do you do? Something similar in geometric progression. So let my three consecutive terms be A by R, AR. Correct? What are my actual first three terms? AR square. அப்போ previous term என்ன ஆகும்? It will become A by R. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி என்ன ஆகும்? It will become A by R square and so on. So how should you choose your three consecutive numbers? A by R, AR. It is just easier for calculation. Okay? So these are your three consecutive terms, first three terms, and it is given that the sum of the first three terms. So A by R plus A plus AR equals 13 by 12. What else is given? And their products is minus 1. So I have A by R times A times AR equals minus 1. So what can I do here? R and R gets cancelled. I have A cube equals minus 1. So minus 1 can also be written as A cube equals minus 1 the whole cube. Correct? Since the powers are equal, the bases are equal. So what is my A? My A is minus 1. So now we have found out what A is. We need to find what R is. What are they asking for? Find the common ratio and the terms. So you need to know what your A is, what your R is, and you need to find all these three numbers. So if R எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது? Here when I take A outside, I have 1 by R plus 1 plus R equals 13 by 12. What is my A? Minus 1. So on the minus 1, I will take it here. I am going to simplify the term that is inside the bracket. So I have 1 plus R square divided by R equals minus 13 divided by 12. A oda minus inge vanduchu. Now let me cross multiply. 12 plus 12R plus 12R square equals minus 13R. What do I get? So I have 12R square. 12R plus 13R becomes 25R plus 12 equals 0. So what should my product be? I'm going to use the splitting the middle term. 12 times 12 is 144. I need 25. So it's 16 times 9. You remember we did it in the previous examples. So it's 12R square plus 16R plus 9R plus 12 equals 0. So when I take 4R outside, I have 3R plus 4. I need a 3R plus 4 here. So here I have plus 3 equals 0. So it is 4R plus 3 times 3R plus 4 equals 0. So if R value when I take this term, my R is minus 3 by 4. When I take R is minus 4 by 3. So you have two different R's. So when your R value is minus 3 by 4, what are the terms? Your A by R is A enna vandhudu? Your A value is minus 1. So it's minus 1 divided by minus 3 by 4, which is minus 1 times minus 4 by 3, which is 4 by 3. What is your A? Minus 1. What is your AR? Minus 1 times minus 3 by 4, which is 3 by 4. So what are your terms? Your terms are 4 by 3, comma minus 1, comma 3 by 4. This is when R equals minus 3 by 4. Now what if R equals minus 4 by 3? I'll erase this part. When R equals minus 4 by 3. My a divided by r becomes minus 1 divided by minus 4 by 3, which is minus 1 times minus 3 by 4, which is 3 by 4. What is my AR? Minus 1 times minus 4 by 3, which is 4 by 3. So what are my terms? I'll erase the first line. So what are my terms? My terms are 3 by 4, comma minus 1, comma 4 by 3. So this is my GP and this is another GP. You have two values of R and you have one A. Okay. Example 15. Find the sum of the sequence 7 plus 77 plus 777 and so on until n terms. n terms இருக்கு. இதை கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். இந்த இடத்துல 7க்கு பதிலா you can have any number. So even if it's 3 or even if it's 6 or any other numbers, the method is the same. Okay. So let's see how to solve this. So first in the term எடுத்துக்கிறேன். So this, when I take the 7 outside, I have 1 plus 11 plus 111 plus and so on until n terms. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to multiply and divide by 9 to the whole equation. So when I go 7 divided by 9, and when this 9 gets multiplied, it goes inside and multiplies with each and every term. So it is 9 plus 99 plus 999 plus and so on until n terms. So now why did I do this? Next step, 7 divided by 9. 9 எப்படி எழுதலாம்? I can write it as 10 minus 1 plus 99 is 100 minus 1, which is 10 square minus 1, plus what is my 999? 1000 minus 1, which is 10 cube minus 1. Correct? Until n terms. Okay. Now I am going to take 10 plus 10 square plus 10 cube and so on separately. Minus 1 plus times minus 1, which is minus 1. So minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. எத்தனை minus 1 இருக்கு? n minus 1 இருக்கு. அதை தனியா separate பண்ணணும். 7 by 9 times 10 plus 10 square plus 10 cube until 10 to the n. You have n terms. Plus, what do I have? Minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1 until n terms. So what do you see here? This particular series is a GP. Terida? 10, 10 square, 10 cube. So what is my A2 by A1? 10 square divided by 10, which is 10. What is my A3 by A1? 10 cube divided by 10 square, which is also a 10. So the common ratio is the same. So given series is a GP. So GP oda formula enna? Sum of n terms 7 by 9 அப்படியே இருக்கும். What is the formula? Sum of n terms equals a times r to the n minus 1 divided by r minus 1. So in that I am using this one, r to the n minus 1. And now what is my r value? R is 10, which is greater than 1. So I am taking this form of the sum equation because r வந்து greater than 1. So in the bracket வந்து it will be a positive number. Okay. So r is 10, which is greater than 1. I am going to substitute the values. What is your a? First term 10 times r enna? 10 minus 1, 10 to the n minus 1 divided by 10 minus 1. இது வந்து இந்த particular 10 plus 10 square until 10 to the power n. Now you have plus of minus 1. இப்போ நான் minus வெளியில காமனா எடுக்கிறேன். Minus 1 plus 1 plus 1 until n terms. So how many n's do you have? இப்போ 1 plus 1 plus 1 na என்னது? 3. Which means you have 3 terms and your sum is 3. If you have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 na number of terms என்ன? 1, 2, 3, 4. So number of terms என்னவோ அதுதான் உன்னோட sum. So here you have n terms. So what is your sum? this will become n. Got it? You have 7 divided by 9 times 10 divided by 9. 10 minus 1 is 9 times 10 to the power n minus 1 minus n. That's your answer. Okay. Example 16. A person has 2 parents, 4 great grandparents, 8 great great grandparents. A person has 2 parents, 4 grandparents, 8 great grandparents, and so on. என்ன கேக்குறாங்க? Find the number of his ancestors during his 10 generations preceding his own. அப்படினா என்ன அர்த்தம்? 10th generation னு கேட்டிருந்தா you will find A10. They have asked how many ancestors in 10 generations preceding his own. So அவனோட ancestors include பண்ணி until 10 generations how many will he have? So you have to find S10 and not A10. When they ask how many ancestors in the 10th generation, you will find A10. How many ancestors in 10 generations? 10 generation la evlo அப்படினா S10. Okay. So let me find S10. What is my A? 2. What is my R? 4 divided by 2, which is 2. What is my Sn? My R is greater than 1. So in the formula use பண்ண போறேன் A times R to the n minus 1 divided by R minus 1. So what is my n here? My n is 10 generations. So my S10 is 2 times 2 to the power 10 minus 1 divided by 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1, 1. So what do I have? 2 times 2 to the power 10 minus 1. 2046. You can do the calculation. Okay.